Please, thanks, man. Ouch. Yeah.
Always there when I call upon her. She know me, I'm a slow lover. So me give another slow dagger. No, say that's my little mama. Don't call me your little drama. Girl, I'm only picking on ya. I get big, girl, I'm picking you though. Don't take man for picking you know. She get the wickedest wine. I feel sick, your one. Rude girl, I come get some. I'm giving her the big, big one. She taking it on. White burner, sing this song.
DJ, big number one DJ on the wheels and steel. Don't touch the dial.
In the taxi, but I'm sure you prefer the rolls. So we could get changed in the backseat. Cause it's summertime and you know it's too hot for clothes. Too hot for clothes. Too hot for clothes. Nah, nah, nah. Baby, it's too hot for clothes. Too hot for clothes. Too hot for clothes. Nah, nah, nah. Been around the world in a ain't never seen a painting so fly. I bet you dance in the mirror like all alone with you, tempted to touch. Red and vodka, that no. That's all I drink, I'm gon' chase it with you. Clothes are scattered around on the floor, but all I remember is that you came to the club in the taxi. But
Sweetie baby, to me, you make me sing a me. Today with you, my cha-cha. Are you single? Make we mingle. On your mama, baby, my I will follow you. Anywhere you go, we can fly. You give me joy and happiness. So, in the memo of my mama.
And we are here to show you love of you. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here. Yaga. Yaga. Test. Yaga. Test. Test. Grateful. 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 Grateful.
Distinguished pharmacist, may I please have your attention, please? We want to advise every one of us to get seated. The program is starting immediately. First of all, we want to apologize for the late commencement of this occasion. We appreciate your patience so far, and we did not take this in for granted. While we are getting seated, we thank God for giving us the opportunity with the Community Pharmacists of Nigeria to start this conference in Sunday with myriad of activities that have taken place so far. And the closing banquet this evening, it has really been an awesome conference so far. My name this evening, I'm Nelson Benjamin, and I have with me the very beautiful
Pharmacist Rebecca Akawa. You said your name this evening. What was your name in the afternoon?
You never can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have with us this evening a rave of the moment, one of the A-list comedian in the country, the doyen of Lagos comedy. We have the melody for comedy in the building. Please, let's appreciate him. He will be joining us later on the stage. So quickly, I want to believe we've all gotten the program or the event.
A very beautiful evening, distinguished colleagues, men of honor. I'm super elated to be here this evening to conclude the very beautiful conference, the 39th Annual National Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, live in Abuja, tagged Unity 2020. So God has brought us thus far. I think we deserve rounds of applause. Please put your hands together. Beautiful colleagues. Everyone is looking gorgeous. I mean, just turn to your neighbor, put a smile on your face, and tell them how beautiful or handsome they look. You didn't tell me I look beautiful, Oga.
You're very beautiful.
Okay. Please put your hands together for yourself. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. You know, one reason why we also need to be grateful, distinguished pharmacists, is the fact that against all odds, against all challenges, COVID-19 came, NSAS, etc. But to show the tenacity, the perseverance of the distinguished Nigerian community pharmacists, we came, we saw, and we conquer. I think we need to celebrate ourselves.
Quickly, before we go into the program for this beautiful evening, I would love that we do a quick recap of everything that has happened during the conference. On Sunday, we had the arrival, and then we had NEC meeting, we had the LOC meeting, we had CPC meeting. Then on Monday proper, delegates began to come in. We had the compulsory, mandatory, continuing education program. What else did we have?
We had fun because we had welcome cocktail at the Nikon Luxury Hotel.
That was beautiful.
Where we have live barbecue.
I mean,
we have live cow being slaughtered. Grateful band, tune everybody to dancing tune. It was very exhilarating. Were you there?
I was. It was quite interesting. You know, it was a very beautiful way to end the evening that night after the awareness walk against COVID-19. Please put your hands together for yourselves. I mean, COVID-19 has nothing on us. Yeah. Like you said, we actually came, we saw, and we did indeed conquered. I think we deserve all the accolades we can give to ourselves.
And if I may recall, one of the highlights of the work against COVID-19 was the flagging up was done by the Honorable Mrs. Helen Pauline, the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs. She was live here and direct, and she took the work with us, which is another feather to the cap of community pharmacists. We are actually going forward. And of course, on Tuesday, we had in the morning the symposium, whereby we had several topics were discussed. Community pharmacy were highly motivated, were also educated. And later in the afternoon of that day, we had representative of commissioner for, ministers. The minister for health was on ground. We have the governor of Ondo State.
His Excellency,
Yes.
Arakuri Akeredolu. Pharmacists, we're going places. We deserve all the applauses. Just keep them going. Keep clapping. Just keep clapping. We pulled to our event His Excellency Arakuri Akeredolu. We are doing well, aren't we? And he spoke so well about pharmacists. And you would see that if there's anyone that needs to be conferred an honorary award as a pharmacist, he deserves one. He's been partnering with pharmacists and he promised to keep partnering with us. I think we're actually doing well.
You know, one of those things we need to appreciate is the fact that gone are those days whereby pharmacists will be doing one or two occasions and will be struggling to bring who is who. The situation whereby we have the Minister of Health honoring us, we have representative of Nigerian Governors Forum, we have governors, etc. And they waited all along. I think we actually taking a sincere paradigm shift with our public image being boosted. And of course, we want to believe that with the Abuja Declaration that was signed on Wednesday by all our partners, in fact, I believe the essence, the inclusion of community pharmacies in primary health care, it's a done deal. So this is just a quick recap for those people that have not been participating or those that arrived late. We will say you missed, but I think with the recap and the communique that will be issued later, you can still have it grabbed.
So moving on without wasting much of our time, I'll just go ahead and introduce our dignitaries.
Yeah, we want to quickly introduce to you the chairman of this August occasion, the closing banquets of the 39th Scientific Conference of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria. I have the singular privilege. I'm honored this evening to introduce to you the chairman of this August occasion, Alhaji Muhammad K. Ahmad, OON. Please, let's appreciate him, the chairman of the occasion.
That's the chairman of the closing dinner and award night. Please let's put our hands together for him. Okay, let's put our hands together for him. I can see him now. Okay. We have special guests. We have the special guest of honor.
That is Alhaji Muhammad K. Ahmad, having taken his seat over there. We welcome you, sir. The second person we want to introduce to her this evening is a father, a mentor. He's a well-respected elder, not only in the Association of Community Pharmacy, but in the history of pharmacy. He is the doyen of community pharmacy in Abuja, if not in Nigeria. I have the singular privilege to introduce to you Farm Alhaji ARM Muhammadu and his very beautiful wife.
Also here with us this evening is the husband of the Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Olubodun Yusuf. Please let's put our hands together for him. Also here with us is Honorable Henry U. Obulugo. He's the Commissioner representing Abia State on the Federal Character Commission. Please let's put our hands together for him. Please, we want you right here, sir. You have a special seat right here. Please let's put our hands together for him. That's Honorable Henry U. Obulugo.
And of course, with no much introduction, we have the presence of our national chairman talking about Dr. Samuel Oluwa Oromipin Adekola. Please, let's give a round of applause for our distinguished chairman of ACPN National. We also have so many of our distinguished past presidents of our noble society, talking about PSN, ACPN, and of course, top on the list, we have one of the very revered and very cerebral former presidents of PSN, talking about fellow Olumide Akintayo. A round of applause.
Also with us here is the Deputy President South for PSN, Dr. Ejiro Foigbo, right? Okay, please let's put our hands together for him.
Yes, the very beautiful Dr. Ejiro Foigbo, please. The Deputy President South, PSN. And of course, we have the immediate past chairman of Association of Community Pharmacy, talking about the current unofficial member of PSN, talking about Dr. Herbert Kelong Akali. He's also here this evening. So as we progress during this, we also want to recognize most of our fellows, all of our fellows that are here this evening. We appreciate your presence. We also recognize the member of the National Executive Council of the ACPN, talking about the NEC member, the outgoing one and the outgoing one. We also want to specially recognize the chairperson of this conference planning committee, talking about Pharmacist Olubukola Taiwo Aliu. Ma, you deserve to be recognized.
Hi, Mama. Please put your hands together for this beautiful, young. Should I continue? Put your hands together for my mother. Come on.
So we also want to recognize the branch chairman of ACPN in Abuja, talking about Pam Wuyep Negang. See a round of applause. We also recognize the presence of the chairman of LOC of this ACPN, talking about Pharmacist Ifeanyi Ikebudu. Please stand up for recognition, sir.
Okay, moving on. As we kickstart the program officially, I would want to invite a volunteer, Christian, Muslim, to lead us in the opening prayer. A volunteer? I'm bringing the microphone to you. Just raise your hand and you lead us in the opening prayer. One Christian, one Muslim. Okay. I think that's Pastor Fred.
May we rise as we pray, please. In Jesus' name. Our Father in heaven, we thank you, Lord, for this opportunity to be in your presence this evening. Father, we thank you, Lord, for the work of community pharmacists in this country. Father, we glorify your name for the word that have started just over a week from now. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the strength to conclude it this night. Lord Almighty, everyone that have come this evening, they shall be blessed in Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord, because answered our prayers. Jesus' wonderful name we have prayed.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Please join us in the
The best
prayer.
Muslim prayer is Surah Al-Fatiha. And I don't want to waste much of our time. Please, all of us, you should please join me in reciting the Surah Al-Fatiha. And by the grace of God, ACPN will go from strength to strength. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Ihdina siratan mustaqim. Siratal lazina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen.
Thank you very much, sirs.
Oh, thank you so much. We have observed the prayer, so let's move on. We also need to announce that this event is streaming live on PharmaStream and, of course, on YouTube. You can watch this event live and direct. Quickly, we want to take the national anthem without wasting much of our time. So please, shall we rise for the national anthem?
Arise, O compatriot, Nigeria's call, obey, to serve our father's land with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with all our might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. God bless.
Thank you very much. Grateful band. That was like the most passionate national anthem I've ever had. So let's put our hands together for them. Grateful band. Okay, quickly, I would like to recognize the presence of the president of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists, the Secretary General of the West African Postgraduate College of Pharmacists, in person of Professor Wanang. Please let's put our hands together for him. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Distinguished pharmacists, it's high time we listen to the welcome address by our very own, the chairman of the national chairman, Association of Community Pharmacy. Permit me to bring on board Dr. Samuel Oluwaoromipin Adekola for his welcome address.
Chairman of this all-important occasion, come specially Pap of Pharmacy, a member of the first Board of Trustees of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Papa ARM Mahmoud, the special guest of honor for this evening event. I welcome every distinguished pharmacist, past president, to the current deputy president, fellows of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, my NEC members, national HESCOs, and all distinguished pharmacists. I welcome everyone to this evening event. We have made a lot of speeches in the course of the week. All I just want to say is to thank you
for not allowing our food to get wasted. Sincerely, we prepare for about 300 delegates. I'm happy. On the average, I'm sure we are close to 300, maybe a little bit less. That gladdens my heart greatly. I just tell you tonight, it's a night of whining and dining. Please, relax. Enjoy yourself. It is your day. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. That was a very calm and very short speech by the chairman of ACPN. Quickly, it's high time to let us relax some of our nerves. We actually going to bring on board one of the rave of the moment, talking about Nigerian comedy. He's classified as A-star comedian. I bring on board Melody for comedy.
Thank you. Yeah, good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A-star. Bros, now you just talk and now I just hear for the first time. A-star. I just received a title tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I see that almost everybody putting on Agbada has the same, they have similar character. I'll be doing like this every second. If you are not observant, now we say person when no get hand, no feel we Agbada. This Agbada say na wahala. Person go just so problem again. Women won't be saying some women don't feel so close when don't feel the, you know, crawl for, I don't understand. Person go buy yard, buy pass what is supposed so you go people did this country. Person must wear clothes, the thing go follow and they work out, they sweep ground, and later go give work to dry cleaner, come pay again. For which I'm just watching everybody. That's why I cannot wear Agbada. I don't want stress in my life. I've been stressed too much in this country. This year has been terrible. But we thank God that we are still alive. Yes. If not for God, the Bible says, if not for his mercies, that we would have been consumed by our enemies. You know, started with a lockdown. They told us just 2 weeks. If you see speed where people take up the money where they get, say na 2 weeks it goes to end. My spirit minister told me, say no finish your money. This is no go end now. After 2 weeks, they say just 1 more week. Nigeria. That would day. 2 weeks enter 1 month. My brother, another time people when they buy 1 bag, when they buy half bag of rice. After that 1 month, you go enter, they go say, okay, let's watch the situation. Another 2 weeks, people they complain. Government never saw them. They'll throw a face. My brother, after the next 2 weeks, they put 1 week. 2 weeks again. My brother, I tell you, the way me and my family take chop beans this year, we never chop them since. Because beans come cheap. You know, say when something happen, you go let know. I don't know, say beans cheap. Beans cheap for this country. Very cheap. And it's proteinous, highly proteinous. But why is it that people don't like beans on a normal basis? Even children don't like beans. Adults, if I can assure you, there's a dinner tonight, right? You will not see beans here. People hate beans so much. You cannot go to a party and see beans. Instead, you see fufu, you see semo, and other things. You can't see beans anyhow. But that pandemic lockdown, now no say beans, they can at 300. And I bought. My brother, you know the good part of beans? It does not require much condiment. That time, I mean, they go market. You know, say when my money don't they go down. Ain't go, they know the prices of commodity for inside market. But when money day, you go just give madam 10,000 for pot of soup. You know, go anytime when you see man begin ask for a change, the money don't they go down. Men, we are not used to where's my change. Any man that gives the wife money for food and after everything say, like tomorrow, when who don't hold you, you can't call your wife. How much did I even give you that yesterday, sir? Women. No ask woman for change, because 2 times why I don't try to ask my wife for change. Now me let her balance them. Women. And not, you know, in those days where men, things have changed. I do remember my father, you know, my father, I of small Pekin. That time, my father, if he come back from work, you know, my mama go carrying food. He go first of all ask him, how was your day? All those kind of things, you know. They pet my father. You know, everything. You go, they see love. He follow for waiting make me say, ma, marry on time. I don't know, say, this Instagram girls of this day. My brother, marriage of those days and the now, no be the same thing, no. Woman go drop food for in husband in those days. Woman go the pet in husband. He go they look in husband face. Make he know whether the man like the food or not. If he gets as Oga take change face or do him mouth somehow, the man go just shock. Nine, daddy, you don't like the food. Any problem? Say, no, it's okay. Please, is there any problem? Now, unless you get big money, if you want, see, Nigerian women are the best women in the world. Put your hands together for Nigerian women. All over the world, I can say it anywhere in the world. Nigerian women, the best women. See, 90% of Nigerians, you know, if you go marry Oyibo now, Oyibo go follow you, come here. Come they stay in your old age. You go, you go remain there. But if you marry a Nigerian woman, now here on a day, una go all together for a year. Now here una go end at the end of the day. My brother, women of these days, some of them will not be, if you be man, you get plenty money, you go not say women of Nigeria women, Nigeria wives can be very nice. I remember the day I win bet. I play bet. I win money. I send my wife 200,000 naira around 9:30 p.m. Now my wife get a lot. She called me, say, baby. I said, honey. My wife said, you can see at my age, she's still calling me baby. My money working. Baby, I say, honey. You know what you talk? I saw something. I said, what did you see? I saw 200 though, 200K. Because for my life, since I'm married, highest money I don't send her, now 10K. So she had to call me baby that night because something unusual happened to her account. Even her account officer called him. Say, what is going on? He said, let me confirm. But she saw my name in the transfer. And she said, I saw something. I said, what did you see? She said, I saw 200K. I said, yeah. I said, you know, you have been a good woman. You don't know, say, I bet money with a job. I mean, go hustle money, give her 200K. Wait till they walk. My brother. Now, my wife, I couldn't notice, say, my wife changed immediately. Oh. She could call me 5 different pet names under 2 minutes. Whether a mistake, oh. I've been at the power of the money, oh. My brother, to cut the long story short, he goes, say, what is the money for? I said, it's just for your upkeep. Me, upkeep before. I mean, I don't keep up my own self. My brother and I, my wife's upkeep. Baby, like what? Mention what you want now. I say, take care of yourself. Take take the kids to cinema, buy ice cream for yourself, go to, just happy, be happy. That night, I tell my wife, son, no, they come back, say, get meeting, what I get for night. My wife, when no, they take ear. Here I say, no sleep for house. As I tell my wife that, you know what they tell me? Baby, just be careful. I say, my wife, baby say, if you sleep outside now, quarrel that week, say, baby, just be careful. I say, I will. For night, Oga, I can't eventually come back. I no sleep out. As I come back, I can't do like say, if you see she don't pack my food, package jam, she never eat. Oh. I say, honey, why is it that you have not eaten? Say, how can I eat without my love, my baby, baby. I say, now, wow. This life, men, go and look for money. Oh. In the Bible says, men, love your wives. I don't see where Bible say, may woman begin. Now, what thing you go they do? Now, ain't go cause the love where woman go love you back. Oh. Oga, men, love your wives. Then women, do what? He said, submit. Submit. 100% submission to your husband. And that's why any woman that is submissive to the husband, anything you want, you will get it. But any day you hang shoulder with your man, if you like, may it be like this for height, it don't finish. That's not what I'm supposed to aim by now, but I just said. For night, I got to round up that story. As I dey sleep, no be small thing, no. Now my wife for that night turned to nurse. I go to sleep like this. I go see person wey carry cloth, they cover me. Small time, I go see person wey do me like this. I say my wife don't turn to nurse. So is my time fast spent? Somebody said my time has been fast spent. Not even fast spent. So, ladies and gentlemen, they said I'm using overtime. I'm just, they pay me money. This work is good, though. The person go pay you to talk. If they talk, they say time up. This work sweet. And a flight I take on Lagos for Lagos. Flights now, they know they share food again. All those guests where they announce is Nigeria. They don't share anything. I've been one call one air hostess say, "Come, I know they share something for this flight." One man say, "Go down." Now they got an answer. Say, due to Nigerians are funny, due to COVID-19. But now inside the COVID-19, we now pack us 3 for inside plane. Now to share food, we now say due to COVID. Okay, some people don't want this pandemic to end, though, because now some people business. I do hope you're going to have a lovely night. If there is more time, I will come back. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melody. Please put our hands together for him. I'm about to bring up the chairman of this occasion, but I can see they've stepped out. So I think we'll have to wait for them. Melody, can we have... Come on, complete your money. Melody. Okay. I can see the chairman is on set. So I'll just take his citation. Sir, please, can you be on your feet while I take your citation? Muhammad K. Ahmad, OON, is the chairman of the board of Credent Capital and Advisory Limited and has about 35 years distinguished experience leading and working in various public sector organizations and financial services institutions, especially in banking, pension, and insurance. He was the pioneer Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the National Pension Commission and oversaw the establishment and growth of the pension industry in Nigeria. He is currently the chairman of both the Polaris Bank PLC and the interim board of International Energy Assurance PLC. He also chairs the board of Taj Bank. He was recently appointed to chair the Technical Committee on National Code for Corporate Governance by the Financial Reporting Council. Ahmad is the founder of Jewel Development Foundation, a graduate assistant program, and Certium Consulting, a strategic advisory company. He had served on the boards of other corporate and non-profit organizations, as well as presidential committees. Ahmad had worked at the Central Bank of Liberia as the advisor and technical director on bank supervision under an International Monetary Fund program. He chaired the technical committee that produced the Northeast Transformation Strategy, a medium-term regional development strategy for the sustainable socio-economic transformation and reconstruction of the region, a strategy promoted by the 6 governors of the constituent states of the region. He also assisted in the development of the Buhari Plan, which is the federal government strategy for the rebuilding of the Northeast that led to the constitution of the Presidential Committee on the Northeast Initiative. He strongly promotes building institutions based on the highest corporate governance and ethical standards. He holds a master's degree, a master's diploma in innovation and strategy from University of Oxford, United Kingdom. He has attended several courses and programs in various first-rate business and management schools, including Harvard Business School, USA, and INSEAD Fontainebleau, France. He is married with children. Distinguished men of honor, ladies and gentlemen, I bring forward to give the remark of the chairman of this august occasion, the 39th Annual National Conference of ACPN, at the closing dinner and award night, Mr. Mohammed K. Ahmad, OON. Please let's put our hands together for him as he gives the opening remark.
The national chairman, how come yours is, okay, thank you very much. The national chairman, Dr. Samuel Adekola, my senior brother, past presidents, zonal or branch chairman with the various branches of this association, distinguished pharmacists, ladies and gentlemen. First, I thought I was just coming here as a chairman of the occasion. It was only when I was invited to another table that I realized that I needed to make some remarks. Usually as a chairman, I wasn't even also expecting that there would be citation for me. So I'm a bit, I don't want to say embarrassed, but I thought that I was only going to take my chair, discuss, watch. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the other issue that occasions like this, you can't distinguish between who is the chairman and who is the MC. The MC runs the show and the chairman sits to watch. I was just about to be invited to take dinner, but I was told I have to do this speech before I earn my dinner, and which I actually agreed and accepted. Now, having said that, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and privilege for me to stand before you, to also be part of this success. You've been in this city since Sunday. You are concluding your activities national conference today. And of course, you are quite tired, haven't been having a whole week program. But for me, it's a privilege. And I'm humbled by the opportunity to talk to you and to also interact with you, particularly given the fact that I'm not a pharmacist, neither am I a medical doctor, and therefore, perhaps I'll look at it from a more dispassionate level. So my senior brother brought me here, and he said if I can be part of this group. I didn't have an option, given the fact that it's a directive, and as you're aware, in our society, hierarchy means a lot. And having said that, it is also important for us to realize that my understanding of pharmacists is that pharmacists perhaps are the only people that we know that attend to patients. Yes, we have doctors. But as a layman, I can tell you, throughout the country, perhaps 90% of those who seek for medication go to pharmacies. You can say some of them are not pharmacists. But the fact of the matter, particularly those of us that are community pharmacists, my senior brother chose to remain in a in an area outside the city. He took that personal decision. And anybody that took that decision, walking and interacting with the community at that level, is somebody that knows exactly what Nigeria is. He can tell you what is happening. He can tell you in terms of how are people performing, what is the level of poverty, can people afford drugs, and what are those things that definitely would ensure that at least people remain healthy. But that's a personal choice. He would have remained in Asokoro, where he lives, but he decided to move out. And I believe so many of us in this room are also performing a similar function. And therefore, for me, we may have hospitals, but I believe you are the most important segment of the health delivery system in Nigeria. I'm not saying that because I'm standing before you, but the fact of the matter is that if I go to the hospital, they give me drugs to go and buy. Why do I go? I go to a pharmacist. And if I can't get those drugs, which means that I will not get the relief I need. So obviously, you have a role to play, and you're the closest people to the community. But you are also an SRO. You are a self-regulatory, what do you call it, organization. And for us, those of us who have been involved in regulation, the most important regulation is the self-regulation. You have the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria, they regulate you, but they only regulate you to the extent that you tell them what you have, if they ask for information. But if I run a pharmacy, I believe if my other pharmacy is also not complying with the regulations, I will be the first person to know. And therefore, it is important that you take this association as an elite club that is a privilege to be. You've been certified as a pharmacist, you now belong to an association. And for you to belong to an association, there are obligations. And these obligations must be respected. So the point I'm trying to make is that do not take for granted that this association is just an association for an annual dinner. It has its own rules. It has its own professional ethics. It has its own do's and don'ts. As a member, and as a respected member, you're supposed to comply with that. There are quite a few issues. When I look back, I saw unity. The theme of this year's conference is unity. Then I asked myself, as somebody who's not a member of your association, was there disunity before? And therefore you want to bring unity. If it's unity among the association, or unity in the health sector, or unity of the country. So it's something that you need to look at. I don't have the answers, but I believe in whatever case you find yourself, there must be unity. For you to work as a team and deliver, there must be unity. Among yourselves, there must be unity. Unity in terms of the fact that you are a professional. When you are a professional, you are not a black or white. You are not a woman or man. Neither are you Hausa, Yoruba, or Igbo. You are first and foremost a professional. And for this association to succeed, each and every member, for it to be united, you must look at yourself as a professional. And I hope and pray that this is a message that goes around. The relationship also, as part of unity, is relationship with the Pharmaceutical Association of Nigeria. You are the largest, I want to believe, of that group. You are the technical arm, but you also need to work together. The controversy about the pharmacy bill, was also an issue. Any bill or any reform that is being undertaken, the most important thing is that there must be stakeholder engagement. And stakeholder engagement is that all people must be carried along. But it's also, you should also realize that there are those who may not want this particular law or reform, which means that you need to take a strategy and say, how do you bring them in? And that takes me to a very important thing. As a layman, if I go to any chemist, as far as I'm concerned, they are pharmacists. Whether somebody is a patent medical store or perhaps a drug dealer, as far as I'm concerned. But what we fail to realize is that as a society, they constitute significant part of our health delivery system. What can we do to bring them on board? Sometimes in life, you don't whoosh away problems. You find a way of incorporating and see how you are going. Because if you have somebody within your net, you can regulate him, you can work with him, and you can ensure that those better things. So obviously, we need to put our thinking caps and ensure that all stakeholders in this field need to be brought together and see how we can work with them. And there are different ways. I was telling my senior brother, I said in the 60s, when accountants started their accounting institute, what they had was what you call a grandfather clause. And the grandfather clause is that there were people who were practicing before the charter in 1965. How do you bring them on board? And then a scheme was introduced such they were brought on board. And I believe with every other scheme, because as long as you have vested interest group, the tendency is that if I go to a pharmacist who is not, if I go to an unregistered pharmacist and he disappoints me, as far as I'm concerned, he's a pharmacist, basically. So it is important that as an industry and as a profession, this is something that you need to do. Perhaps the other issue is the big pharmacy companies. Distribution. Distribution is a big issue. And I can tell you, in every aspect of business, the most important thing is, why can't manufacturers focus on their core function? Distribution, supply chain is not their business. They have no business saying that their staff should be distributing drugs. All they need to do is that incorporate a company, a specialist company. MK Ahmad can manage a supply chain and supply drugs to as many pharmacies as possible. And when you do that, you have the advantage of perhaps having a more efficient way rather than the kind of monopoly we do have. Of course, we are also aware that most of you have small businesses. And if you have small businesses, like any other small businesses in this country, you have the challenges of multiplicity of tax, levies, and even regulators. Somebody knocks at your door, he said he's from FCT Environmental. Another one knocks at your door, he tells you that he is from the Federal Ministry of Finance. Another one knocks at, Federal Ministry of Health. Another one knocks at your door telling you that he has come to check the cleanness of your environment. It is important as an association to ensure that you have a common voice and to ensure that you can pursue some of these things. Now, I understand we've had elections and we now have a new president. My advice to the president is that you must have a clearly defined plan. And this is a plan that should be worked with your various colleagues. And having a plan means we are going to hold you responsible. You say you are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Please, tell us you are going to do this one, and then we'll follow and ensure that you do that. It's extremely important. In other words, don't just because you've had the privilege of being the president, and after 2 years you are gone, and after midterm elections another person comes on board, that will not solve the problem. The most important thing for anybody who is being given an opportunity to lead, because it's a rare privilege, one among equals, you've been given an opportunity to lead. For God's sake, let know what you are going to do. Well-defined strategy and clearly defined initiatives, transformative initiatives, initiatives that will make things move. What did I inherit? And how is our society being run? How is our association being run? What can we do? The other thing which is also dear to me is corporate governance. It's extremely important, no matter how small you are as an institution, you must have a very strong corporate governance. You are building institution. This association is an institution. Yes, we have some of us who are actually pioneers. I understand this institution was established in 1981. But the fact of the matter is that it must be built on strong, clearly defined corporate governance. Governance that would not be associated with an individual, but to be an individual, it's just a privilege for you to ensure that you have the best opportunity. So I hope and pray that 1 year down the line, would speak to Dr. Adekola to give us his scorecard and tell us what he has done and what he has not done and what are those issues that are important. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I spoke after our young brother spoke eloquently. I don't want to call him the comedian. If you have somebody that can attract attention and then people are engaged, I believe there are a lot of lessons I've said. We laughed over, but I believe for some of us who always want to listen to words of wisdom, this time around by younger generation is something that we need to learn. Once again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for the opportunity, and I wish you a very fruitful evening. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much, the chairman of the occasion. I can see that it's the stomach infrastructure time. Quickly, we want to bring out Ruzu Bitters for the 5-minute presentations. Ruzu, are you?
Very much, Merci. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished colleagues, fellows of the society. My name is Assistant Dukwe Oman. It's simple just to introduce our anchor, and give us the newest research information on Ruzu Bitters. We are all, as retail and community pharmacists, very familiar with this product. No gainsaying. But we can tell you that this company is forward-looking, futuristic, and a lot of work has been done to enhance our information based on what we can all do with Ruzu Bitters to improve our practice and enhance the health of our clients, patients in our various communities nationwide. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be introducing to you great work that has been done by Professor McDonald Idu of the Department of Phytomedicine, University of Benin, who, for one reason or the other, is not able to be with us today, but ably represented by Dr. Benjamin, who will put us through some few basics on Ruzu and what extra things we can do with it to enhance health in our communities. Remember, we are diversifying heavily into herbal medicine, herbal remedy, and this is a way to go. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Dr. Benjamin Gabriel.
Everyone, it's a privilege to be on the platform. Once more, to keep to the existing protocol, and we're here to present part of the research. The research is still ongoing, just to give an insight of what we've done so far. These are the necessary parameters we check out for the product. We're trying to validate the claim of Ruzu Bitters, and this outline of Ruzu Bitters. We checked on the biosafety acute subchronic study, which is a very important one to check. We'll proceed to check on the aphrodisiac, oxidative stress, anti-inflammatory, and antiseptic property of the substance. Medicinal plants are made up of therapeutic ingredients implicated in management of several diseases, further developed into an effective therapeutic agents. Ruzu Bitters, these are the Ruzu Bitters, also known as natural, also known as natural pure Marvel. It consists of 3 active ingredients that makes it up to be a polyherbal constituent. We have the Ovaria camel in it, the Cuculingo, Piloso, and the Citrullus in it. These are the constituents, and these are the folklore properties that it has. So we are trying to validate these properties uh, to confirm what it is proclaimed or claimed to exhibit. A case study. These are the results we got at the end of the day: 0.1 mil, 0.25 mil, and 0.5 mil of Rosubita. The adverse effects were not detected, no deaths, no. We proceed to check on the second phase of using log method. We checked on it and still no deaths were detected and no adverse effects. We proceed to make study to see what happens to the hematological parameters, the biochemical parameters, and the histopathological parameters. And for the white blood cells, you can see white blood cells are cells that helps to protect the body against infection, the rest of it. And in most cases, an increase in white blood cells in a particular tissue is as a result of maybe there's this condition. But in our case here, we'll notice that Ruzu beta has the potential the immune system and fight every possible infection. That was what is a reduction of the white blood cells and its differentials. Blood cell. The red blood cell, most substances are presumed to interfere with the red blood components, whereby it brings about anemia and the rest. But in the case of Ruzu at 0.1 mil, at 1 mil and 2 mil, we'll notice an slight increase in the level of red blood cell. Hemoglobin, a slight increase as well. The HCT, which is the part cell volume, there was a slight increase as well. It shows that it has no toxic effect. Rather, there will be need for further as any traces of anti-anemic property. We'll proceed to check on the platelet level to see if there's any alteration because of substance interfere with the platelet level and thereby bringing some disease condition like hemophilia, whereby there will be excessive bleeding, which leads to anemia as well. We'll notice that Rosubita at 1 mil and 2 mil was able to increase the level of platelets and its components. We'll proceed to check on the lipid profile as well. Lipid profile, we have two major components, which is bad fat. But in this case, the cholesterol, triglyceride, low density lipoprotein, and very low density lipoproteins are bad fat. They're not requiring a large quantity in the body. And we'll notice that Rosubita was able to regulate it from being normal. And HDL, high density lipoprotein, is a good fat that is required at high quantity. It helps to regulate this other bad fat that not required at large quantity. You can see Rosubita in that respect, it was able to shoot up the level of high density lipoprotein, which is the good fat that is required in the body system. We proceed to check on the liver function test. Sorry, the kidney function test. We want to see what this plant does. Does it cause any defects? But in the urea level, we notice that Rosubita was able to regulate and balance up the urea parameters as well as the creatinine. But the bicarbonates, sodiums, potassiums are needed in the body to carry out some biological and physiological function. That was what we noticed, and a slight increase from Rosubita. I will proceed to check on the liver functions as well. There were no defects noted. The enzymes were intact and they were functioning very properly.
Thank you very much, Rosubitas. Of course, we also need to announce that this dinner is sponsored by MSN Laboratory, the maker of Pregasive. Quickly, we want to bring on board one of the doyen of community pharmacies in FCTM. He was the one that established the Pharmacy Inspection Committee in Abuja here, and also coined the guideline for the employment of pharmacists in the private sector. And I'm aware, some of us may not know that the Prefaces Farm, as in PHARM, was actually coined by this same man. Talking about Alhaji Abdurrahman Momodu, the special guest of the occasion. Please, let's give him a round of applause as he comes for his quick remarks.
the chairman of this occasion, my very, very respected elder, pharmacist DG Oshinoike, my own mentor in the profession, the chairman of ACPN, Dr. Sam Adekola, the former president of the PSN, pharmacist, top pharmacist Olumide Akintayo, all fellows and all pharmacists present, and all our guests. I want to very, very specially thank the chairman of the ACPN for the recognition accorded me and for this opportunity to be here as guest of honor. But when the entertainer spoke and he was talking about Agbada, I almost pulled off mine because he was looking at me. But when I saw Dr. Adekola, Chief Oshinoike, Olumide Akintayo, and others, I had some relief. Let me say with pride that the chairman of this occasion is seasoned administrator and bureaucrat, accepted this invitation at very short notice. You have heard from him, you have all heard from him. His message is very clear. This profession can go places if we know how to manage it. He's spoken about the distribution chain and how we can rein in those people that are encroaching on our profession such a way that we can give them minimum education and training and then regulate them. I think those who can execute that have listened. Personally, I feel very happy and fulfilled that ACPN has attained the dreams that we have for it when it was founded some years back at both the national and state levels. In particular, I want to talk of the national level where there has been a succession of very good leaders like Dr. Foyibo, who is also the Deputy President, South. Dr. Alkali, who really showed what cool-headedness means in leadership. And the very vibrant Dr. Adekola. My prayer is that this baton will keep on moving from good to better and to best. Thank you very much, and may God bless everybody.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. The education talk about Alaji ARM Momodu. Quickly, we want to go to the swearing in of a new executive of the Association of Community Pharmacy. Of course, we know there was an election earlier today. So we want to call on the chairman. Melody for comedy.
Okay, we'll be calling on the electoral officer, pharmacist Yunusa Mohammed Nasser. Please let's put our hands together for him as he chairs the swearing in of the new executives.
The chairman of our dinner tonight, outgoing chairman of ACPN and incoming chairman of ACPN, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow us to stand on the existing protocol. Like the MC said, there was an election, but substantially, most of the positions were okayed by the AGM and was unopposed. But despite that, I would like to call on Dr. Adekola, the chairman of ACPN, that he should be organizing his ESCO and stepping forward for swearing in. And let me say that the barrister too should be getting ready for swearing in of the new ESCO. Let me first of all commend members of the electoral committee. As you can see beside me here is pharmacist Bridget Botote, FPSN. Equally in the crowd, we have our other colleagues. We have Adeboye Soji, and Obisere. Can you wave to the crowd, please, for a job well done? Thank you very much. And let me congratulate the delegates for the peaceful conduct of the election. And I particularly note the conduct of the agents. The agents were very cooperative, and we didn't have any problem at all. And before the swearing in, let us give you the result of the election into the office of the National Secretary that was conducted earlier on, because that was the one that was actually conducted. If not, the other ones were unopposed, since they are going to run for their last leg in office for the next 1 year. In the elections that we conducted, we had an accreditation of 303 delegates. And then 2 of the candidates contested the election. We had pharmacist Ambrose Eze and pharmacist Obiageri Iku. Pharmacist Ambrose Eze polled 186 votes. 186 votes. Whereas pharmacist Obiageri Iku trailed with 117 votes. And the vote tallied with a number of accredited voters. And the agents were delighted. They embraced one another. And we have a signed copy of that result here, which we shall be submitting to the Secretariat. So without wasting much of our time, may I call on Chief Dr. Evangelist Pastor Adekola, the National Chairman of ACPN, and then our brand new Secretary, Pharmacist Eze Ambrose, the Vice Chairman, Assistant Secretary, Assistant, all the schools, please come to the high table, please. Schools that have been returned on the post, please come to the high table for swearing in. If you don't come, I'll put myself in your position and they will swear me in. I hope Barrister is warming up. Can we put our hands together for Barrister Bernard Okpi, who is in our midst tonight? Barrister, please come to the high table first. Let the audience see you. You can come up, Barrister. Come up. We have our immediate past chairman still going for the last leg too. That is good. So, Barrister, this is your time to administer the oath of office. The chairman, yes.
So you repeat after me, and this is a oath of office, and is taken seriously. Although in our jurisdiction, some persons may not, maybe to some extent, know the significance of this oath. But it's very, very important you abide by the oath of office from the beginning to the end of your administration. So, tell me, I,
Dr. Samuel Oluwa Oromekpe Adekola, do solemnly swear
that I will be faithful and bear true,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the Association of Community Pharmacists,
to the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria,
that
as the national chairman
of ACPN,
I
will discharge my duties
I will discharge my duties
to the best of my
abilities,
faithfully, and
in accordance with the Constitution of ACPN and the law,
and always in the interest of the members of ACPN,
and always in the interest of members of ACPN,
and to the best of my ability, observe the law of ACPN, protect its sovereignty,
integrity,
solidarity, and well-being
and prosperity of ACPN.
That I will strive to serve the idea
of ACPN.
That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions. That in all circumstances, I will do right to all members of ACPN. Without fear or favor. Affection. Or ill will. That I will not directly. Or indirectly. Communicate. Or reveal. To any person. Any matter. Which shall be brought under my consideration, or shall become known to me, as the chairman of ACPN,
as the national chairman of ACPN,
except as may be required, for the due discharge of my duties, as the national chairman of ACPN. And I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the members of ACPN. So help me God. By the power conferred on me as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, I hereby declare you as the national chairman of ACPN.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again today, Give me plenty love, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please, we're not done. We're not.
I like everything where you were. Like this, darling.
Thank you. So please, I do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, that as mention your office of ACPN, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of ACPN and the law, and always in the interest of sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being, and prosperity of ACPN. That I will strive to serve the ideas of ACPN. That I will not allow my personal interest to influence my official conduct or my official decisions. That in all circumstances, I will do right to all members of ACPN without fear or favor, affection, or ill will. That I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall be known to me as of ACPN, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as, and that I will devote myself to the service and well-being of the members of ACPN. So help me God. So by the power conferred upon me as a barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, I hereby declare you as the National Vice Chairman, the National Secretary, National Treasurer, the National Assistant Secretary, National Financial Secretary, the National Publicity Secretary,
Ladies and gentlemen, ego grateful, ladies and gentlemen, grateful band, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ego grateful band, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, roll your waist, you, roll your waist, you. Oya baby rọra rèdí o, oya baby rọra gbẹ́sẹ̀ o. Ijó tí mo jó lánàá baby ó ń gbọ́ra lọ́rùn mi, ijó tí mo jó lẹ́nu Roll your waist, roll your waist, baby, roll
Thank you, thank you. We are out of time. We have to take the mini activity very snappy. Well, the formality of acceptance speech of the national chairman is just to say that I'm assuring you that I accept to serve you for another 1 year. And by the grace of God, I will not disappoint this confidence. Thank you very much. Let me call on the chairman of Group Dynamics, the State Dynamics, to please quick to announce the result of the State Dynamics. Pharmacists Olubenga Adebowale. Olubowale.
Bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe lọ́jọ́ kọjọ́ èèyàn pàtàkì ní mo bá ròde. Olúbọ̀wálé máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ ní kankan èèyàn pàtàkì olóríire ni. Bàbá ò bàbá ò bàbá ò. Olúwa ló bàbá bá sí fún wa. Bàbá ò bàbá ò.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, friends of community pharmacy, it's my honor to announce the result of the state dynamics that was conducted this morning. I need to put on record that the state dynamic is supposed to be an activity for all the states, that is like 6 states where we have community pharmacists practicing in the country. It has been an annual ritual from time immemorial. Unfortunately, this very time around, the level of participation is not very encouraging, and we have tried to admonish ourselves. We cannot be blinking in the darkness, expect anybody to notice us. Part of what this conference, scientific conference, has offered us is the fact that we need to document. We need to report our activities. We need evidence-based reporting to showcase what it is we are doing. And like we did say to ourselves this morning, there's no way for a whole year that a state will come to the annual conference and we have nothing to report. I hope going forward, of ours will change, because recognition, and recognition can only be given when you have showcased what you have done on a regular basis. We have two that actually performance today at this conference, and that is a state. That simply means having the first, second, and position. We are going to play the first and second. I will to clap for the two states for showcasing themselves. The contest was very close, so please kindly clap for these two states. I don't. Yeah, that's better. Now you can see me talking well. I appreciate this. The contest was very tight. But at the end of the contest, just like in any contest in life, there must be a winner. The runner-up for the 2020 State Dynamics of our great association with 72.34% is Ondo State. Oh, okay. I'm sure you'll be getting the chairmanship recognition in due course.
Yeah.
And the first position, of course, in a race of 2 participants is very obvious. Edo State. Fantastic presentation, fantastic reporting, fantastic documentation. They did very well with 82% score. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. Let me thank seriously the committee, the panel of judges that worked to deliver this result under the leadership of pharmacist Benga Olubowale, FPSN. Thank you. I call on the chairman of Edo State, please come forward to receive a plaque for your performance. While we congratulate Ondo State, we will issue you certificate in due course, but the plaque will only goes to the Edo State that come first.
This is do me, but you banner goes away. Don't banner, goes on. Melo, la very. Melo, la bezo. Melo, la very.
On behalf of the Association of Pharmacists, we want to thank you for your brilliant performance at today's State Dynamics. And we thank you. We want to wish you that you continue to keep it up so that your state, the Edo State, incidentally, the 2 states that participated are state number 1 and number 2 of national chairman. You know, national chairman has a stake in both of the 2 states. So I'm thanking you that you didn't disappoint me. Edo State and Ondo State, my home state. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let Oria mio, Eleta mio. Wọ́n fẹ́ tó bọ́lá bàbá jẹ́ kó bá ẹni máa kọ́lé máa ra lẹ̀. Aláwọ̀ ṣe ìgbà ní mọ́tò, aṣẹ́gun tó máa ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá ayé.
Our colleagues, much, Mr. Of the occasion, the special guest of honor, and our colleagues. Because of time, we some serious assignment to do. The National Executive Council of the association have approved that we begin to acknowledge and appreciate members of the association who have distinguished themselves one way or the other and who has made community pharmacy to become cynosure of every highs in their areas of practice. Well, this is the first edition of this practice. Yes, we may not be perfect in the first edition, but with regards to the constitution that was adopted today, this award has been captured, and going forward, it will be a regular event. So for the first round of personalities and pharmacists, distinguished pharmacists that will be awarded today, I want to congratulate you for pioneering this all-important award. However, before not in any particular order because of time, I am just going to be taking them. They are given to me. So I call you, you come forward. And I want to call on the past chairman of the association, Babadeji Oshunaike, to please step forward and join me in presenting this all-important award to our members who have distinguished themselves in the service of community pharmacy practice in Nigeria. The first on the roll happened to also be my vice chairman, and that is the person of pharmacies, Reverend Daniel O. Ajayi of Eruka Pharmacy, Benin City, Edo State.
Daddy Ajayi, máa gbẹ́sẹ̀ ní kankan lórí rẹ̀ ń dáadáa. Daddy pápẹ́ láyé. Daddy olò ajẹ́ wọn mọ́. Ẹni bá ní kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀, àgbọn lójú. Àgbọ̀nlágbà kò sánú lélà, Ajayi máa gbọ́. Daddy
On behalf of Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, we present to you this award for your diligence to pharmacy and for contributing to pharmacy greatly. You are hereby today distinguished as a very professional pharmacist. So this distinguished award is being given to you as honor.
Ajayi ò tọrọ aṣọ àwọn ọmọ Sàṣàǹgbélé. Ajayi ò tọrọ ẹ̀wù wọ̀ láwọ̀ wọn o. Sàṣàǹgbélé bí wọn lógún ẹrú. Ajayi oníwò bẹ́ẹ̀. Sàṣàǹgbélé bí wọn níwọ̀n ọ̀gùn. Ajayi lọ́kàn yá wọn o. Oya daddy, my boy, oya shake your body.
Pharmacist Mrs. Bridget Otote of Lola Pharmacy, FCT Abuja, please step forward to receive the award of Distinguished Pharmacies, Distinguished Community Pharmacist Award.
Oya shake your body. Mama, shake your body. Oya tojo. Oya tojo. Mama, pretty baby. Baby. Yeah, no,
Mrs. Pharmacist Get Oto for your various distinguished of Nigeria community pharmacists in Nigeria, hereby give you this award as a distinguished pharmacist in the community pharmacists of Nigeria.
Fine girl, you got.
Thank you very much. Let me call on another chairman, the past chairman of the association, pharmacist, Prince, Kabiesi, Alhaji Adebayo. To step forward quick to help in presenting to pharmacist Samira Abubakar Huma, Nal Saha Pharmacy, Kaduna, while pharmacist again, pharmacist Mrs. Talatua Ebuni of Nana Pharmacy, Kaduna State. Please, you also step forward, quick.
Give me like in Jijo Kabiesi. Give me like in Jijo Kabiesi. Give me like in Jijo Kabiesi.
On behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, I present you this award. Congratulations, ma.
Give me like in DJ Gabes. Skip. Give me like in DJ Gabes. Give me like in DJ Gabes.
Receiving this award on behalf of Samira, I present this award to you. Congratulations.
No, you're back. Baby, a boulevard. Baby, a boulevard. Baby, a boulevard. In the night, baby, a boulevard.
Pharmacist Ibrahim Hussein of Ishmael's Pharmacy, FCT, Abuja. If you're in the house, please step forward. Ishmael's Pharmacy. If you're in the house, step forward.
I will take you around the world, my baby.
Pharmacies or Danny de Mojid. If you're in the house, please forward. Okay. Thank you. On behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, it's a pleasure to present this to you, Distinguished Community Pharmacist Award, for distinguishing yourself and making community pharmacy proud. Congratulations. 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 Thank you.
I will take you around the world, my baby. Baby, na na na. Baby, a boulevard, baby, a boulevard. Relax, baby, a boulevard. Me a particular baby boulevard,
This Distinguished Community Pharmacist Award goes to pharmacists Odeni Diala Mumojid of Mojilat Pharmacy in Lorry, Kwara State, for distinguishing yourself as community pharmacist and being a cynosure of every highs in retail pharmacy practice in Kwara State. Congratulations.
One piece, one mercy. When I look at you, skip up. Love is one mercy. When I look at you, you're my baby boo. That's it, baby. What can I give you? My love is true. Make me give them my concern. Give them my concern. I'll be washed. You like the potions. You not.
Pharmacist Fred Bo Ibohi of Flowwell Pharmacy, Edo State. Please, if you're in the house, can you step forward? Pharmacist Mrs. Philomena Shukuma of Kemfi Pharmacy. Kemfi Pharmacy, if you're in the house, please step forward. Okay, you collect your behalf of your boy.
Àwẹ̀ ọba aláyọ̀ ní máa ṣe o.
Let me call on pharmacist.
Àwẹ̀ ọba aláyọ̀ ní máa ṣe.
Okay, pharmacist Mrs. Philomena Shukuma.
Ẹ̀bá tọ́jú ẹ̀ Dr. Samuel Adébọ́lá. Èèyàn pàtàkì yìí tó mẹ́lẹ̀ ń jọ lórí rẹ̀ dandan ni. Máa ń ṣètọ́jú ẹ̀. Alhaji ARM Muhammadu.
Pharmacist Babalola Osabiyo Taiwo of BOT Pharmacy, Ondo State. Please.
Babalola máa dọ́gbọ́n jọ̀gànjọ́ lórí rẹ̀. Èèyàn pàtàkì yé mo lọ́rùn sí Babalola. Babalola jẹ́ ṣé ń gbọ́rọ̀ ni. Babalola mọ̀ lọ́rùn dé èèyàn rí. Babalola bò ń jábọ̀ ń kọrin lọ. Babalola rè é. Ẹ bá ń ṣètọ́jú Babalola láti Ondo State. Àlọ́lá mo bá ròde. Mo dẹ̀ ń jábọ̀ ń kọrin lọ. Àlùjọ mbàdàn bá mi ìlú àlùjọ.
Harry Chinyere Ekpen of God Garbage Pharmacy, River State. If you're in the house, please step forward.
Àlùjọ bá mi ìlú àlùjọ. Bá mi ìlú àlùjọ.
Pharmacist Joseph Madu FCPC, SIPAN, SEDI Pharmacy,
Pharmacist Joseph,
River State. If you're in the house, please
Pharmacist
step forward.
Joseph, èèyàn pàtàkì tó súnmọ́ mi bí. Pharmacist Joseph. Ẹ bá mi lùlù àlùjò fún Joseph, ẹ lùlù àlùjò. Lẹ́sọ̀ yé easy Joseph. Ó ti dá ṣẹ́gun. Okay.
Pharmacists, this is Folashade Lawa of Victory Drugs Limited. Please, if you're in the house, step forward.
Nobody will not be the mega. Nobody will not be the mega. Nobody will not be the mega. Brother.
Pharmacist, honorable pharmacist Victor Ofobruketa. Are you in the house? Please step forward. Pharmacist Victor Ofobruketa.
Blessing Balu, blessing Balu, nobody will not be the mega. Nobody will not be the mega. Nobody will not be the mega. Brother. Okay, Auntie Shidima, keep up, Anidina, ice cream will be like
Pharmacist, Akibile, Pharmacist, Osman Akibile.
I will give you more. Auntie Shidima,
Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, Lagos State.
Diamond, oh yeah, diamond. If you diamond,
congratulations.
I will give you more. Diamond, oh yeah, diamond. If you diamond, I will give. Oh yeah, I want. What that? I two. What that?
Pharmacist,
I three.
Chris Ehime of Net Pharmacy, Lagos. Pharmacist Titilayo Afuye.
Oh yeah, big body. Oh yeah, mum body. Make you regalam. Oh yeah, shake body. Oh yeah, shake body. Oh yeah, move body. Make you regalam. Oh yeah, shake body. Kalima, 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 kalima,
Mrs. Titilayo Afuye of Team Pharmacy Lagos.
Lagos, Ghana, Oyinbo, Ekolowa Oyinbo, Oyinbo, you know Lagos Oyinbo, pharmacist, Oyinbo, why you speaking Oyinbo? If I carry you go Banana Island, you go La Plega,
Pharmacist Mrs. Olabisi Oyeleye of Pharma Solution Lagos State. Oyeleye of Lagos State.
You cannot deny you no see it. Father kéré sí làwọn tèmi ṣá. Ọmọ wọn kéré sí wọn ò lè bá. kó dùn kó pọ̀ kó ń pẹ́ láwọn tèmi já. Ìtẹ̀síwájú kan láwọn tèmi wá.
Pharmacists, Ogbe, Efriogeni, Roy, Life Aid Pharmacy, Delta State. Are you in the house? Please step forward.
Gbogbo àwọn dẹ́tà ọwọ́ yín dà, ẹ jẹ́ ká rán wọ́n yín.
All right, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much, thank you very much. Okay. That is, okay. Open. On behalf of the Association of Community Pharmacists, all right. The last in that category of Distinguished Pharmacy Award also go to the special guest of honor of today. Pharmacist Alhaji ARM Mahmoud of Gaskia Universal Pharmacy Limited, FCT Abuja. Please, let's clap for him, please. Let's encourage him.
Mo gbọ́ information nínú rédíò nínú tẹ́lì. Ẹ̀ ń fà ta ló ń fà ta ló ń fà. Ó bàbá wèrè mi bá dé.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, the information is this. Let me announce to you that all these gentlemen and ladies who has been conferred with this honor today by the power of the Council of Association of Community Pharmacy and the AGM that has graciously approved the constitution of the Association of Community Pharmacy, you are now free to use the title of DC Farm, Distinguished Community Pharmacies title, Distinguished Community Pharmacies title, DC Farm. Congratulations. From today, you are now a DC Farm. Thank you very much. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have more 1 or 2 awards. Before we go, we have Meritorious Service Award to individuals serve the association meritoriously and are, by the grace of God, down from office. This one goes to Pharmacy Mrs. Abose Deidu as the National Secretary from 2017 to 2020. Please step forward to receive the award of the Meritorious Service Award. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, we have the cake, the birthday cake, to be cut very shortly after this. Please, our birthday cake is there, as I announced to you in the morning. Thank you. Thank you, National Secretary. I miss you. I miss you. Bye-bye.
Let me hear you pray. I pray. I'm gonna for me one day. One day. Oh, no, I don't get a lot. Got you. Let. I don't get a lot. Got you. I see that my ones, God do. I don't know that, God do. I don't know that, God do. I don't know that, God do.
Sorry, I omitted one important out of the Meritorious Service Award to community pharmacists. Pharmacist Larry Family Lucy FPSN of Lagos, please step forward to receive this award. Community pharmacy, you are a distinguished community pharmacy.
Daddy, I'm the winner, I got the winner. I'm gonna go the winner, I got the winner, I got the winner. All right, gonna shape. I'm just silly walk. That's a good Simone. Shape. I'm just silly walk. That's a good Simone.
All right, I call on Appreciation Award. Appreciation Award to the LOC Chairman of Kano Tumbingiwa 2019, Pharmacist Muhammadu Osigi. If you see the house, please step forward to receive. Osigi Mahmoud. The CPC Chairman for Unity 2020 to please step forward to receive this honor. Pharmacist Mrs. Olubulukona Taiwo Aliu. Yes, Osigi, my friend.
You got it. I love it as now you got it.
Mrs. Olubulukona Taiwo, CPC Chairman, Unity 2020. You got it. LOC Chairman, Unity 2020, Pharmacist Ifeyi Kebudu. If you're in the house, please step forward.
I'm going to let you know, till I see you. I have one of our any Nigeria.
Oyeleye Mrs. of Pharma Solution, Lagos. Thank you. We want to thank you for your job in delivering the Unity 2020 conference. Congratulations. Thank you. That's one. This is a surprise award, not a community pharmacy entirely, but is a model to pharmacy and community pharmacy practitioners. This award goes to pharmacist Mrs. BFO Adeniro, FPS, former chairman of PS Lagos.
Any Nigeria, you go again, Danny. You everybody is going. Tell me how you go do. Any yellow way, show back a lay. I don't know why God choose me.
Yes.
I don't know why it's so about me. Maybe because I'm one of them. Maybe because I'm better than them.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, the big one,
I share their pain.
the biggest one and the big one for the chairman of today's occasion in appreciation of your love for pharmacy, Muhammad K. Ahmad, OON. Please step forward to receive this token from the association. Pharmacists of Nigeria.
Yes, you know me.
I'm going to share this important events, contributions in the course of your address. Look at you as ambassador of community pharmacy of Nigeria. Congratulations.
You don't walk, oh, you don't pray, you don't hustle, no be play, you don't push, oh, every day, but your hustle never pay.
At this point, I think I would just want to say that it's been a long day, but permit me to call on the brand new National Secretary of the Association of Pharmacists, Ambrose Ese, to come and give a vote of thanks. Pharmacist Ambrose Ese, a vote of thanks. All right, I'm sorry. Please, there is an oversight, very quick one. The birthday cake, I promise you in the morning, in the afternoon time, for our distinguished outgoing secretary. The birthday, can you step forward, madam?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
For what?
Happy birthday to you.
All right, we have two cakes. We have two cakes.
May the good God
For the chairman.
Happy birthday.
PC chairman. Can you move to that side?
Happy
I don't want to do it here.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Taiwo.
Madam CPC, please, can you step forward?
Keep you. May the good God keep you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí ìjó kan ẹ̀ o, ṣé wèrè ló yẹ kó wá o. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí ìjó kan ẹ̀ o, ṣé wèrè ló dá wá lò. Ọmọ lọ́jọ́ ìbí, happy birthday. Ọmọ lọ́jọ́ ìbí, happy birthday to you. Ọmọ lọ́jọ́ ìbí, happy birthday. Ọmọ lọ́jọ́ ìbí, many happy returns. Oya róró ya west yo. Oya bèbí rárá lèmi o. Oya bèbí rárá lèmi o.
Yo tí mo jó lánàá, bèbí, gbogbo ara lóró mi, bèbí. Yo tí mo jó lánàá, bèbí, gbogbo ara lóró mi, bèbí. Róró yọ wéṣì o. Oya wéṣì, oya bèbí rọra gbẹ́sẹ̀ o. Rọra gbẹ́sẹ̀, oya bèbí rọra rèdí o. Rọra rèdí. Yo tí mo jó lánàá, bèbí, gbogbo ara lóró mi. Yo tí mo jó lánàá, bèbí, gbogbo ara lóró mi. Oya yọ wéṣì o. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 7, 8, aláyọ̀ mi ní. Aláyọ̀ mi ní. Aláyọ̀ mi ní. ń tọ́jú Samuel bàbá dọ́kítọ̀ Adékọ́lá mo bá rò léyìn pàtàkì yìí ṣé mo dúpẹ́ máa ń tọ́jú ọlọ́jì mi o Mọ́mọ́dù.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pharmacy Olúmídé Akíntayọ̀.
Hereafter, dance.
Olúmídé Akíntayọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́. Bàbá ni bàbá ń ṣe lọ́jọ́kọ́jọ́. Èèyàn pàtàkì tó máa láwùjọ rere. Shake your body, body. Oya, shake your body, oya, shake your body. Oya, shake your body, oya. Dodododo lásán, ènìyàn lásán tó ń lẹ̀. Mọ́dá mi lójú òtí mo yékéyéké. Ènìyàn lásán tó ní. Ẹ bá rí dájú Richard èèyàn pàtàkì. Bàbá ló gbé mi débí yìí, oye mo dúpẹ́. Aláṣẹ gírèfù ìgbà mo dúpẹ́. Ìyá pàtàkì ló mẹ́ra ìjọ Richard. Shake your body. Thank you. Shake your body, yeah.
Thank you. Let me call on the hosting state, the next hosting state, Ogun State. Gateway 2021. Please step forward. Ogun State delegates, please step forward. Step forward.
If we do something, oh, not we do something, If we do something, oh, I want to go down. Oh, not we do something, ó fẹ́ lọ màlé, ó fẹ́ lọ ṣọmọ rere. Oh, not we do something, oh. Ẹyin tó kù la 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 oh na bí dú. Ó yá ẹyin tó kù ẹ bá mọ́mí. Yé àṣẹ tí ẹ léje. Mọ́mí. Ẹ yàtọ̀ jọ. Ẹ yàtọ̀ jọ. Ẹyàtọ̀. Ó dáná ẹ wá gbọ́, ẹ̀yin tògùn ọwọ́ yín dà, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ́wọ́ yín. Àti lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ̀yin tògùn owó yín dà, ẹ jẹ́ ká lówó. Ẹ tí ẹ lè náwó. Ẹ̀yin tògùn owó yín dà, ẹ jẹ́ ká lówó yín o.
All right, thank you.
Orúkọ Jésù,
receive assurances to give us assurances. Gateway 2020 will be a conference to look forward to. Mr. Chairman, please, can you step forward and give us these assurances?
Thank you very much, distinguished colleagues. Ogun State is a great state, a state with very rich culture and history. Ogun State is a state of so many firsts. And I can assure you, in 2021, we are going to have a conference like none other. A conference in which you attend and your life will definitely not be the same. So everybody, we are moving from Abuja, come over to Ogun State to the best experience of your life. I promise you that. Thank you, sir.
Ogun. Ẹ̀bá ilé.
Iṣẹ́ yá. Ogun. Iṣẹ́ yá o. Elédùmarè. Iṣẹ́ máa yá. iṣẹ́ yá ọmọ ogun iṣẹ́ yá.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Àwọn ògùn tí a lè náwó nítorí àwọn ògùn kò tó ré gégélé ré.
All right, because of time, the dance will continue and continue. Well, let me call on the outgone National Secretary. The outgone National Secretary. Time. For the last time, to give us the vote of thanks. The outgone National Secretary says, Abosededo, the birthday girl, to give us
Mommy do.
a validatory thanks, vote of thanks. Thank you.
Mommy do.
On behalf of the National Chairman and the ESCO, I want to say a big thank you to the Almighty God for making today a glorious day, for making Unity 2020 a success. I want to say thank you to everyone up till this time. I also want to say a big thank you to all ACPN members for celebrating me today. It's my prayer that you'll be celebrated more than this in Jesus' name. As we all travel back to our various stations, I pray that the mercy of the Lord will be upon us and we will get home safely to meet our blessed families, safe and sound, in Jesus' name. Thank you for being with us.
Sequence.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dance and dance continue.
Bye-bye, yeah, boyfriend.
This DJ is on fire.
Bye-bye, yeah, boyfriend. I'm on tears, bra bra. Tears, bra bra. Bye-bye, yeah, boy. Skibo. Oh, yeah, pepper them. Pepper them, oh, pepper them. Pepper them, oh. Adekola pepper them. Pepper them, oh. Adekola pepper them. Dr. Samuel. Pepper them, oh. Adekola pepper them. Pepper them, oh. Akitayo pepper them. Olumide. Pepper them, oh. Olumide pepper them. Akitayo da. Pepper them, oh. Pepper them. Pepper them, oh. Adekola pepper them. Adekola, ọmọ tó ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Akíntayọ̀, bàbá, ìwọ ọmọ tó ń sọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Dádì, ó yàtọ̀ jọ. Akíntayọ̀, ó yàtọ̀ jọ. Dádì, shake your body. Akíntayọ̀ rè é. Shake your body. Bá mi tọ́jú omi kò ní ẹni rè. Olúmídé Akíntayọ̀ sámádà kọ̀jọ̀kọ̀jọ̀ ẹni rè. Bá ń tọ́jú dádì mi dáadáa Gbénga. Gbémiga máa dá kọ̀jọ̀kọ̀jọ̀ lóríire. Bá mi tọ́jú Fẹ́mi Adébáyọ̀ lọ. Ọ̀nà tí mo bá ròde. Dàbí Gbénga ṣe kàwọ́dí. Dàbí Gbénga Adébáyọ̀ o. Ṣe Take your body. Daddy, ẹ̀yàtọ̀ jọ. Ọlọ́lá tí mo bá ròde nítorí Reverend Ajayi. Daddy, máa gbọ́. Daddy, súnmọ́ mi níbí torí ìsúnmọ́ mi láàmọ̀ ṣe ẹni. BOT bàbá súnmọ́ mi níbí èèyàn pàtàkì yìí sábà dẹ́kọ̀jọ́kọ̀ tó lóríire. Daddy, lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀bẹ̀ láwù. Olúbùkọ́lá Táíwò bàbá ni bàbá. Olúbùkọ́lá Táíwò Santos Pharmacy. Lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀bẹ̀ Táíwò ẹ̀rẹ̀ láwù. Olúbùkọ́lá owó lè lòun lò. Ó máa yáwó fi ṣe láwù ẹ̀rẹ̀bẹ̀ nítorí Olúbùkọ́lá ọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ o. Olúbùkọ́lá Táíwò mama ọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́jọ́ bí mi máa lè fọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ ṣàwàdà mọ́mí ọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ o. Olúbùkọ́lá Táíwò pretty mama ọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ o. Mi ò lè fọ̀rọ̀ èjì rẹ̀ ṣàwàdà. Mọ́mí olójú rẹ̀ ìjó lẹ́sẹ̀ rẹ̀ o. Ìjó èjì rẹ̀ ìjó rẹ̀. Àjẹkè. Wọ́n tún ti gbèdé. Ẹ bá tọ́jú wa baking. Baking ẹ bá pè kí n gbọ́ náà. Baking. Nítorí baking. Ese hambros ìdàkó súnmọ́ mi níbi nítorí ọlọ́run ọba o. Ese hambros tọ́nà ìwọ ò bá ti wọn wọ́. Ò bá ti wọn wọ́ wáyé. Ìwọ ò bá ti wọn wọ́. Ìwọ ò bá ti wọn wáyé. Òtítọ́ ni wípé ká má bẹjọ́ rẹ sùn dá. Ká má bẹjọ́ rẹ sòkè. Ká má bẹjọ́ ìfẹ́ ni tí yóò gbọ́nà lọ. Ò bá tòrò kún wáyé òde. Ò bá tòrò. Adékọ́lá bàbá o. Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún Adékọ́lá rè. Bàbá o. Dr. Samuel Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Bàbá o. Adékọ́lá Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Bàbá o. Idris Badada Olúwa dá bàbá sí fún wa. Nítorí Idris Badada kò súnmọ́ mi níbi nítorí ọlọ́run ọba o. Idris Badada dànù kò súnmọ́ mi níbi. Aṣọ̀rẹ́dà kò súnmọ́ mi níbi ẹjọ́. Aṣọ̀rẹ́ ọmọ kàfé ẹjọ́ kò súnmọ́ mi níbi nítorí ọlọ́run ọba o. Rebecca dà kò súnmọ́ mi níbi. Rebecca bye to your boyfriend. Bye to your boyfriend. Ọkọ tí ó ṣá bàbá tí ó ṣá gbogbo. Bye to your boyfriend. Kílẹ̀ bye to your boyfriend. Rebecca súnmọ́ mi níbi. Bye to your boyfriend. Ọkọ tí ó ṣá bàbá tí ó ṣá gbogbo. Bye to your boyfriend. Oya pẹpẹ. Fọláṣadé pẹpẹ dẹm. Fọláṣadé pẹpẹ dẹm. Táíwò. Fọláṣadé pẹpẹ dẹm. Táíwò dà. Pẹpẹ dẹm. Fọláṣadé pẹpẹ dẹm. You no like better thing. You no like better thing. You no like better thing. Aṣọ́rẹ́ who no like better thing. You no like better thing. You no like better thing. Aṣọ́rẹ́ like better thing. She still like better thing? Who don't like better thing? Aṣọ́rẹ́ dá like better thing. Àbọ̀ṣẹ̀dé ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí kò súnmọ́ mi ní mọ́mì. Happy birthday to you. Àbọ̀ṣẹ̀dé happy birthday to you. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Aṣọ́rẹ́ ṣe ìbámọ́jọ́ sí ni wọ́n dájà kò tó sí mọ́lẹ̀. Ṣe ìbámọ́jọ́ sí ni wọ́n dájà kò tó sí mọ́lẹ̀. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí dáṣẹ́ ẹ̀ náà. That's a good smell. I know that's it now. That's a good smell. I said it. Me and you. Ege. Don't I want. Ege. Shaku. Ege. You want to let go from my shoe? I said it. Me and you. Ege. Don't I want. Ege. Shaku. Ege. You want to let go from my shoe? Oh, yeah, somebody. I said it. Oh, yeah, I'm on body. Ogiri Galam! Where's your body? Rizzo! Where's your body? Rizzo Ogiri! Where's your body? Rizzo Nada! Ogiri Galam! Where's your body? Rizzo! Rizzo! I don't get a lot. Stop you! I don't get a lot. Stop you! Rizzo! As you don't get a lot, start doing. Who's a small baby? I don't get a lot, start doing. I know small baby. I don't get a lot, start doing. Who's up? As you don't get a lot, start doing. I don't get a lot, start doing. Nítorí Gbẹ̀ngà ẹ̀rọ mo wálé bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbẹ̀ngà bọ́ súnmọ́ mi níbí nítorí Ọlọ́run ọba o. Gbẹ̀ngà náà dà bọ́ súnmọ́ mi níbí. Àròjọ́ mú solókùn. Gbẹ̀ngà tó súnmọ́ mi níbí èèyàn pàtàkì. Ọ̀lọ́lá tí mo bá ròde olóríire ni Gbẹ̀ngà dà. Gbẹ̀ngà ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ rárá. Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ rárá. Gbẹ̀ngà fọ́npéjọ sán, fọ́npéjọ ro. Fọ́npéjọ sán, fọ́npéjọ ro. Ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kọ́ náà péjọ ro. Gbẹ̀ngà bọ́ súnmọ́ mi níbí.